Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome to a video I like to call TIL. Today I learned. It's 10 tips that I took from the Minecraft subreddit of Reddit. Now, if you've ever been out there, you know that a lot of these tips are absolute crap. So what I've done is I've gone through and found the good ones and the ones that actually work, and I bring them here to you. So let's get started. Now, the first one is a way to make redstone go straight up and down. If you notice, there's 4 redstone lamps at the bottom that are currently unlit. And there's a lever at the top. Now watch what happens if I flip the lever. Now they're lit. Flip the lever again. Now they're not. Now the way this works is a little complex, so you might want to slow down the video, or stop the video. I don't know if you can slow down a YouTube video. Stop the video and take a look at this. But basically the way it's working is that you're powering this, this block here, which fires this piston, which is connected to a, one of those blocks, the jelly ones, the slime block, and then a redstone block. When the redstone block goes down, it fires that little redstone dot, which powers that block, which fires another piston, and pushes, inevitably, that redstone block down there. So it does actually work, and if you invert it, it works going up too. You have to do a little thinking on that, but I'm just going to show you how to do it straight down. And you could do it right within one block space. Pretty cool. Okay, the next one. Did you know this? That you can put blocks and carpet and anything you want on top of sugarcane? I didn't know that. Is this one really useful? Might be sometime. But you can definitely do it, and it'll stop the sugarcane from growing. Moving on, this one's really cool. This is the coolest one I found. Now we'll notice we have 2 TNT here. We've got one, that's on a half slab. We've got one that's sitting above a half slab. Now theoretically, what we should see is identical damage, right? It's one piece of TNT sitting on a shelf or above a shelf. So let's light this one first. We'll stop back here so I don't get injured. Okay, it took out half the wall. So now let's try this one and see what happens. Should be the identical damage, right? No, significantly less. As a matter of fact, this one's strange. A lot of the tests I did absolutely nothing to the wall. So there you go, an interesting little tidbit and some rain. Let me just turn that off. All right, so significantly different damage. That may prove useful for you somewhere. Now here's another one. You ever carpet a whole place and then realize it looks like crap and you don't want to leave it carpeted? Well, you can get rid of carpeting in a hurry like this. And then you suck it back up and you go collect your carpet. Now this is a pretty cool trick from the standpoint that it does it quickly and it gets you all your parts. Now just make sure there's nothing else you don't want popping off when you go to clean up your carpet. Next up is this little trick. Did you notice what this is? Well, this is a wither setup. Now you notice we have the 4 blocks of soul sand and 3 wither skeleton heads. Now, how did we do this? Well, the way we did this was to not put a skull last. So this is kind of a cool statue to have around if you have extra wither skulls, is that you can say, look at this, this is a wither, but it's actually not. So all you got to do is make sure that you place this block, or one of these 3, last. And then it doesn't turn into a wither. Kind of interesting. Now this one could be really useful. This is the fact that staircases all interact with other staircases, no matter what they're made of. So you can see that as we move through here, we get interaction between these staircases. Now where this would be useful is if you wanted to make a multi-block roof on a building or a multi-block staircase out of these staircases, you'd be able to have them interact. So you're not going to get some weirdness happening that you really can't work around. So yeah, they interact, which is cool. Now this next one, you may know already, but we use this on another nether hub that we use as a way of finding who's down which hub leg. So what we do is we name an item in an item frame. Now don't name the frame, name the item. Now this will cost you just one level of enchantment and that's it. So it's pretty straightforward and you can use it in any way you want. And you notice you don't see it until you point at it, which is pretty cool. Again, the item, not the item frame. Next up, there's our little mushroom and he's sitting inside the fence. Now I want to get into the fence, but I don't want him to get out. Well, notice this little piece of carpet here. I can climb right out and say, hello, Mr. Mushroom, and then go right back out. So it's a great way to get in and out without having to open and close a gate and risk an animal getting out. Next up is this little tidbit. Imagine this is a bridge, and we have girders underneath the bridge. Now you're saying, wait a second, those aren't fence. No, those are gates. So let's take and get rid of one here, and we'll put another one in. Whoops. Got to shift. Hit shift, then do it. And you'll notice how those look a lot like girders, which is really cool. If you're into building, that may be the one that really comes in helpful for you. Next up, we have this useless tidbit. This is coarse dirt. Now, did you know that if you hold coarse dirt, it turns into regular dirt? Why that would be useful, I don't know. But it is easier than replacing the blocks. Maybe, for example, you've built a house that's surrounded by coarse dirt and you want to get rid of it. Just take a hoe and hoe it into regular dirt. And that is all 10 tips, short, sweet, and to the point. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please leave a comment or a like, or best of all, subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, keep that for yourself. For yourself? To yourself. Keep that to yourself. Thanks for watching.